Well, it's a nice day out. I just got out of work. It's about 1 o'clock. And there's the MX4. Still doing pretty good. I have tread on my tire. But look at Anna's MX3. Can you tell who does more burnouts? There's pretty much zero tread left on the center of the tire here. So I'm gonna see if I can throw on the old Shinkos that we bought and I never put on. I got a couple hours of daylight and gonna see if we can throw it on there without popping the tube. So I do not have another tube. So hopefully we don't puncture the tube and we can get this thing done. Let's dive into it and see how far we get. My M18 Bluetooth speaker is a perfect stand for the bike. The entire bike is resting on top of that thing. And we have the rear axle loosened up. The bolt is off. Just took the chain guard off to look at her chain. And her chain is actually pretty rusty. And it's an O-ring chain, but it's a little stiff. I'm going to oil it up. But my chain is in better condition than hers because I take care of my bike a little better. She's just a kid, of course, and I baby my bike. But I was just looking for a master link, and I don't see one on this chain. I've never actually taken the rear wheel off of this bike yet, so I don't think there's a master link on this. Yeah, I don't see one anywhere. Oh, there it is. All right, there is a master link. Cool. So I'm gonna pull that link out, and it'll make it easier to take the rear wheel off without having to mess with all the adjustments. Chain is disconnected, rear wheel is off. And I wish I don't know why, but I didn't take the brake caliper off. And then when I had the axle pulled out, I'm like fiddling with the brake caliper. So make sure you take the brake caliper off first. That would help. But kind of glad I'm getting to this because the valve stem is loose. You can tell that the tube is spun in the rim a little bit. But let's deflate this thing and see if we can get it off without pinching the tube and move on to the beautiful Shinko 241s. All right, luckily I grabbed my large tire iron from my shop because this thing was not coming off with the regular bottom of an adjustable wrench like I usually do. So I had to use the tire iron and some flatheads with some tape over them so we don't pierce any tubes. I did nick the aluminum rim one spot already, but we have half the tire off. And I'm gonna peel the other half off and check the tube, make sure we didn't puncture it. All right, tube's looking pretty good. Down the bottom here, we got a little rust buildup. And I was prying up here on the top side, obviously opposite of the stem. And it doesn't look like there's any visible marks from the tire iron on the tube anywhere. It looks good on this side. Let's flip it around. And it looks good on this side. So it's still got a decent amount of air in it and there's no punctures. We are good to put the new tire in place. We got the Shinko about halfway on. This is the tough part where you gotta really try not to puncture the tube. I'm just using like a light, simple green degreaser with water with a spray bottle and keeping the tire lubed up and just going really slow, making sure you don't pinch the tube. We got the back side of the tire on and we're just about on the final stretch here. We just have this one little spot left to get into the bead. And I may have punctured the tube. Man, at one point I was using a large flathead screwdriver with electrical tape over it and it got to the really tight spot and I'm pretty sure it rolled over the tube. I'm really hoping we didn't puncture it. It's on and you can see the rim carnage. It's a tiny little nick right there. An even bigger nick right there. A bunch of nicks right there. And then this is the best one right here. I don't know how that one happened. That was the wrench that was holding the tire while I was prying it from this side. So that one was there the whole time. I don't know, I think it's holding air. I have no way to tell because I have a heater behind me and I have a charger with a fan spinning. So I'm not 100% sure if it's holding air, but it pumped up. It's got air in it. I'm just not sure if it's gonna leak out. Well, I'm just gonna put it back on the bike and get the chain on, get the tensioners tensioned, tighten up the axle and lube up the chain and just hope for the best. If it starts leaking, I'm just gonna cry. I don't know what else to do at this point. Rear wheel is back on, chain is lubed up. Looks like the chain tensioners are just about at 5, like 4 3/4 on each side. About 4 3/4 on each side. And the wheel is nice and straight and in place. Now I just gotta line up the caliper, tighten everything up, and we're good to go. It's holding 6.5 pounds. Let's see if we can get it up to about 30 or 35. All right, let's leave it right here at 26 and see if anything happens, see if it holds it, and we'll check back in a few minutes. Waited about a minute, minute and a half, nothing crazy. I don't hear any leaks, and it's holding 26 PSI. I think we're good to go. I'm gonna spin the wheel, hit the brakes, and tighten up the caliper, and this job should be done. Now I'm just looking at mine, and I'm pretty jealous that I don't have a Shinko on mine. Thing is, I do have one more, but I mean, you kind of got to put the front tire on now too to make them both match. It'll look cool. I'm just gonna have to sack up the $100 and buy more Shinkos for my bike. Oh, I'm so jelly. Actually, just had to put air into all 4 of the tires. I only had 8 PSI in my tires. It's been sitting for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months all winter. I did ride it that one time. I made a video and the battery dropped like 10% the second I got on it. But pumped up her front and rear tires. So all 4 tires are at 26 PSI, which is pretty good for now. 1,536 miles. Tire change done. Looks good for my house. Is the snow almost gone, guys? We're gonna be riding real soon. Yeah, look at these piles of snow that are in my backyard. We usually walk right through there to go to my trail where my shed is. And this pile is about 15 feet tall right here and about 10 feet tall over there. I can't wait till this stuff melts. I am ready to go riding, man. Are you guys ready to go riding? Are you guys ready to go riding? Are you ready? Are you? Yes? I'm gonna go for a quick little rip on the MX4 just because I want to cycle the battery a little. I had it plugged in. It's at 98%. I just plugged it in for about an hour while I was putting that tire on. It's actually pretty freaking cold outside. I've only rode about 1.5 miles, and I'm just in a sweater and a t-shirt. I do have my gloves on, but it's not very nice out. It's probably about 40 degrees, and the sun has set, and I definitely need a coat and some more gear if I wanted to ride today. But thanks for tuning in on this repair video today. Changing the tire out on the MX3, which now has over 1,500 miles on it, which is crazy. I think my bike's still at about like 1,200 because I don't ride as much. I'm gonna shut this camera off. It is freezing and I'm riding around with one hand. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.